Tube Review.
What up, Tube Nation? I wanted to start kind of doing some of these things. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of movie stuff I want to talk about and everything, and this actually goes to a fan of mine who commented on one of my new Adult Convos mini-sodes that I've been posting. It comes from Elliot's Video Stash, and he writes, "Hey man, I loved your stuff on movie fights, BT dubs. I just wanted to ask why you're doing these toy convos instead of your movie impressions. I'm sure there are loads of people who want your impression on Fury Road and Age of Ultron, me being one of them." Well, first of all, Elliot's Movie Stash, thank you very, very much for watching. I had a ball on movie fights, and all the love and support that everybody's been giving me since then has been really, really phenomenal and awesome. To answer your question, Elliot, first of all, I got 4 kids and a wife, and 4 cats. 2 of them I saved. One of them was my wife's, and one of them was just he's an asshole. But and we have a dog who is thankfully back home after a trip, about an 8.5-hour trip of his running about the town last night. So we have a pretty full plate, and last year, around this time last year, we decided we had to cut some stuff from our budget, and a couple of those things were the internet, Netflix, going to movies, that kind of stuff. You know, I would love nothing more than talk about Marvel's Age of Ultron and Mad Max Fury Road and all these other movies that I really, really want to see. But it's just very hard for me right now, and I just need you guys to be patient for me. Plus, honestly, I'm kind of a DVD guy, as you can see. I love DVDs because I like to be able to go and take a pee without missing stuff. Because I went to The Dark Knight Rises the day that it opened, and I'm like, oh, look at this. It's kind of slow moving. I gotta take a pee. So I go pee, and I come back, and all hell's breaking loose, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I just hate that shit. And I like pausing it. I like thinking about the movie, being able to pause it, go back. I didn't hear what he said. You know, I don't like a lot of people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love movie theaters. That's my church, you know. But lately, it's just been hard for me to get to the services, you know. So, but I love movies. I love going to the movie theater, but I'm more of a renting guy these days, and that's just kind of fiscally more responsible of me. I am very, very thankful, though, that our eldest son, he's not my boy. He's my wife's from a previous and everything. And it is very nice to know that his dad takes him to a lot of these movies that I'm not able to take him to. And so I like that aspect of it. I'm glad that he has the opportunity to go and see Marvel's Age of Ultron and all this stuff. So, and he's 9, so he's getting into it. As far as the content on my channel goes, I am going to kind of try to transition some comedy into it because that's my first love. My first love is making people laugh. And if I can make people laugh with some of these adult convos, conversations, videos, then I'm going to make a few of them, and they're really fun to do, and they're really less time consuming because, like I said, I have kind of a full plate. On a sad note, my awesome mother, Mama Tubes, Ann Mormon, she's right now fighting for her life in a Rapid City, South Dakota hospital. So that's taken up a lot of my time too. So I don't have time to do Tube's top 10s and everything, and you know, a lot of time goes into that for editing for me, you know. So and it's hard for me, but I'm trying, you know. But I also just want to get different stuff out there and see what you guys like, see what you guys take to the most and everything. So you know, I'm just throwing stuff out there. You just kind of have to bear with me. I want to try to do more of these. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about on here. So that might be what I save it for, you know. So you might not see me say, hey, I saw the new Marvel movie, because it's probably not going to be for a while. But just don't spoil anything for me. You know, if you comment or anything, don't tell me, oh, this is what happened in Mad Max, it was awesome. You know, don't do that, please. But yeah, so, you know, good vibes out to my Mama Tubes out there in Rapid City, please, everybody. She's an awesome woman, and I've been dedicating a lot of my time to her and just thinking about stuff and talking to relatives and everything. So, and honestly, the adult combos, you know, they make me laugh, and right now I need laughter in my life, and I want to bring laughter to people, and I like to laugh. So, you know, right now those things kind of help me deal with this situation that's going on. But going back to Video Stash Guy, just letting you know, I do a weekly podcast with a couple buddies, really good guys, ultra geeks, more geek than I could even imagine to be. Guys named Adam St. Paul and Kurt Campbell. It's the podcast called Completely Unoriginal, and it's out of Dakota Broadcasting in Aberdeen, South Dakota. And there's a link in the description below, so check that out. We do it every week. Sometimes it's not on the same day. Sometimes, our times get conflicted, and I'm on the phone with them because I'm 40 miles away. So it's awesome conversations, and we actually kind of have some battles sometimes on there, and it's really good. So check out Completely Unoriginal. Like I said, link in the description below. That being said, there is something I do want to talk about. Everybody's talking about Mad Max, and I want to talk a little bit about my impression of Mad Max right now, and I have not seen it yet. It's been a long time since I've seen the original Mad Max movies. A very long time. And honestly, when I see this trailer, it looks great. Tom Hardy looks awesome. He's always awesome. I loved him in Bronson and Inception and all sorts of different stuff. But I love Tom Hardy. And Charlize Theron, she's alright. Check it out. Honestly, it kind of... If I'm looking at the trailer alone, I've not seen the movie, so I cannot say. But if I'm looking at the trailer alone, it honestly looks like Waterworld. But it's Dirt World. That's honestly what it looks like. You get the lone wolf, and he gets bested by the over-the-top villain who has a facial attachment of some sort. You got Dennis Hopper with the eye, and then you got the new guy with the mouthpiece and everything. So I mean, those kinds of things are really similar. Then you also have the over-the-top bad guy and his dirty, stinky-looking henchman that looks like if you touched them they'd be sticky. And so it's very reminiscent of Waterworld for me. And the women come to save the day after he's bested by the bad guys in the beginning of the movie. It looks like, and then it's kind of all-out war for this natural resource. In Waterworld, it was dirt, dry land. And in Mad Max, it's water. And so it just kind of seems like they're kind of two of the same movies, just completely polar opposites in the ways of just climate, environment. And they're working against their environment, but in two different ways. And so it looks really, really, nostalgic of that. And Waterworld, to me, was 50% good. There was a lot of really cool things about Waterworld. There was a lot of really terrible things about Waterworld. But I just have to say that Mad Max just kind of reminds me of that. It does have a little bit better looking of a cast than Waterworld, I will say that. There's some eye candy in there, which is nice. I heard there's a dude playing the guitar that spits fire out of his guitar, with his whammy bar and stuff. That's gonna be awesome to see. George Miller is back, and he's doing it, and so it's really nice to know that it's not like a reboot from a different director that's not going to be true to the source or anything like that. It looks like this is George Miller being able to use the updated stuff of our time to make another really great Mad Max film, and so that I'm really excited about it. I'm not putting it down and comparing it to Waterworld, saying that it's going to be bad. I'm guessing it's going to be great. I'm hoping it's going to be amazing. And what's his name? Nicholas Hoult. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He looks badass. The trailers look amazing. Like I said, Charlize Theron. I'm going to suspend disbelief and make believe that she's going to be awesome in the movie. I'm just going to say that. She's going to be awesome in the movie. But, I'm definitely going to check it out. It just seems like, Tom Hardy in Dirt World. That's what it seems like to me. So that's my take on that. Let me know what you guys think. But once again, no spoilers. Try not to spoil it for me. Like I said, if you want to hear me rap about more nerdy type stuff, check out Completely Unoriginal out of Dakota Broadcasting in Aberdeen. It's a podcast that we do every week, and there's a link in the description below for that, for all things nerd and comic related and all sorts of good stuff. That's a really fun show, and I'm really glad to be a part of it. Also, check out my new comedy minisodes called Adult Convos. It's actually it was an adult conversation starring Tubes Toys, but I shortened it to Adult Combos. But it is starring my toys. So, and I have a bunch of toys that I'm using for my kids, and it's really fun, and a lot of it's really dirty, and a lot of it's really Clerksy type humor and stuff. But I have a lot of fun doing it. Hopefully, you guys have a lot of fun watching it. and they're really short. They're like less than a minute long each. Some of them are less than 20 seconds long, so they're really fun. Check those out. And that's right here on my tube review page, right here on YouTube. So check those out. And like I said, I want to be doing a little bit more of these things. I want to try to do 1 or 2 of these a week because I do have a lot of stuff I want to talk about with movies and just stuff that I've noticed about movies and really cool things. A couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about why I thought Man of Steel wasn't too bad. I want to talk about Heavy Metal versus The Fifth Element, the 2 films, and the similarities between those. I want to talk about, of course, Jared Leto as the Joker. I mean, seriously, how can we not talk about Jared Leto as the Joker? And it seems to be kind of, he's throwing me one way, then throwing me another, then throwing me one way, and it's a big clusterfuck right now about Jared Leto. So I'm just hoping that, I'll talk about it. We'll check it out. Just stay tuned. And then also, who would I like to see as in my new Snake Plissken? Because they're talking about recasting Snake Plissken and doing a reboot on that. So be nice if John Carpenter would just come back and do a George Miller. But anyways, we'll talk about it. So stay tuned to Tube Review. I'm going to have a lot more stuff coming out for you guys to check out, and it's going to be a good time. So just bear with me. And once again, thank you guys for all the love and support and everything. And please like, share, subscribe, and just get it out there, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.
Tube Review.